Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with another pick a card reading. So today was guided to do this pick a card on what's next in your career. This was something that Source put on my heart to do for you guys. So I feel like it's very important for some of you guys out there. It is a necessary message that needs to be heard. So we are going to choose a card from the Sacred Rebels deck today, which is obviously one of my favorites. This is one I used to connect with my mother and my grandmother quite often. I love this deck. It is so beautiful. As always, you guys know how I feel about my decks. I have an obsession. Anyways, with that being said, guys, if these are resonating with you, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do hit that notification bell so you guys get notified when the next video does get uploaded. Keeping in mind that as you guys connect with my channel and interact with my channel, it allows me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And for ease and convenience, I will be posting anything on my channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whether that's the daily dice or the pick a card reading. So that is just for ease and convenience. Every once in a while, one might come up later, but that will be my general time frame. So, excellent. Let's get into it, guys. Let's start with the prayer. And also, just before I start this, I do just want to say thank you so much, guys. You leave me breathless and speechless at the beautiful comments that you guys leave and just the energy that you guys send me. I feel it all. And I'm just so honored to be a part of your guys' journey, your life, your space and time. And it's just amazing that you allow me this opportunity to connect with you guys in such a profoundly unique way. And I just want to say thank you for all of you guys for giving me your attention, subscribing to the channel, and being a part of this journey with me. I'm so honored. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the prayer. Okay. Awesome. My beloved Source, this is a prayer for any and all who come onto this video, whether it's for a second time or for the whole time. Today I ask that you remind them of their inner strength, their inner worth, helping them to release toxic connections and toxic situations. And if they're unsure if it is a toxic connection or a toxic situation, I ask that you bring them clarity, an understanding, and a reminder that they deserve the best of the best, and that that's what you're here to provide us with. That our intuition is so much more powerful than we've ever given it credit for, and that our worth is so much greater than we've ever allowed others to think that it is, including ourselves. May you bring your loving hand and place it upon each and every individual here, and guide them to their inner knowing, guide them to their inner strength, guide them to their inner being, and show them their path, show them their truth, show them their light, and show them that they are the truest expression of you. As these words are spoken in this space, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me go ahead and get this set up over here, guys. Okay, maybe if I can reach. Oh my Jeebus. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's get a card from the deck and we'll get into it on what's next in your guys' career. So Source, for pile number 1, what's next in their career? What will help us understand better what's coming in their career? Wow, thank you. Flipped out here. All right. And for pile number 2, source, what oracle card will help us understand what is next in their career for pile number 2? Thank you. Okay, and for pile number 3, what oracle card? Thank you. That came out quick. Thank you. And a little reminder here, guys, that what you want wants you. So whatever you guys are looking for, remember that it wants you. And manifestation comes from detachment and letting things happen as they're meant to. So for pile number 1, we do have the green aventurine, which is absolutely connected with money, success, wealth, also with the heart chakra. Okay. For pile number 2, we have this clear quartz. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have this bloodstone. All right, let's move these up. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you guys felt drawn to, that should be your pile, keeping in mind that these are general readings. So take what resonates and leave what does not. But whichever one you guys have chosen, I will see you over there on your perspective pile. Hello, pile number 1. This is for those of you guys that have chosen the green aventurine. This is going to be your guys' reading on what is next in your career. Could be career and finances. We will definitely see what comes out. We will check out your card later at the end of the reading. And first we will get your dice out on it. Awesome. So I do just want to say, if these are resonating with you guys, hit the thumbs up button down below. As a reminder that as you interact with my channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. So make sure you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you always get notified when the next video does get uploaded. So without further ado, let's get into your reading and see what is next in your career. So source for pile number 1, what is next in their career? What can you tell us, source? What messages can you bring out to help us understand for pile 1? What is next in their career? Awesome. I love that you guys start with 10th house, which is the house of career and success. All right, let me get my thing out. So we have 10th house Aquarian energy and Venusian energy. Ooh, very magnetic. Very, 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 very magnetic. Alrighty then. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Let me put that there so we get some clarity. Some clarity. Okay. So let's start, guys. What? 10th house. Like, let's talk about your fame, your fortune, your wealth, your career. I mean, you want to know about career. Let's talk about career, guys, right? This is all about your career. So this is about your guys' long-term goals. What are they? What is going to matter the most for you guys? How can you guys really delve into your long-term goals and set up step-by-step plan to get there, right? Like, that's what is coming through here. This is about having status, though, and really leaning into that authority of the masculine energy, taking action so that you guys can get public recognition, especially with the Aquarius energy here. This is public recognition with like-minded people, right? Groups this could be very humanitarian. Maybe you guys are trying to do something that is very saving the earth. Like I keep hearing that, saving the earth, taking care of the environment, really like focusing on things that matter when it comes to Gaia and sustainability, like sustainable living, right? Like not leaving a huge carbon footprint. If that doesn't resonate with you guys, that is fine. It just means that you are very much in progressive mindsets here. Like you guys are looking always to the future and seeing things maybe 50 years in advance. And while you might not be around to see the culmination of your ideas, you do feel like your ideas are very, very big and that they will change the world in some way, shape, or form. And so this is all about you guys really allowing those to come to fruition here. All the while connecting with people who are also on this same journey with you guys. So if you guys don't know of anybody that's into the same things as you, like I'm going to go back to this, the sustainable living, right? So say you don't know people who are also into sustainable living. What can you do? Get connected with Facebook groups, get connected with community groups in your area, get connected with like there's always classes happening. There's always something that you guys can get involved in that there will be like-minded people in. And when you guys connect with these like-minded people, you will start to form friendships that will create a very fast progression for you guys here. Even if this is a business like where you guys work at, if it's a job that you have, or if you guys are building your own business, whatever it is, it's just really starting to connect with people who see things the same way you do or see the future like you do, right? With Aquarius energy, we're talking about very much in the future. Maybe you guys are trying to invent something new. Can you talk it out with people? Or if it's still in that new stage, can you plan it out? You know, like it doesn't always have to be talking it out with somebody. It could just really be planning it out and then connecting with people who are in the same energy or the same vibration as you are, right? Maybe not sharing it just yet until it's kind of come a little bit further. That's fine. But this is all about you guys really connecting and building a future image with other people. Right? And being emotionally detached on how things are going to work out for you. Feel like it's still very new, or where you're at still feels very new where you're at. So if you guys are in a job, it does still feel very new, but being emotionally detached to the outcome. Am I going to have a status position? Am I going to have fame and fortune? Am I going to have what I want? Knowing that it is yours, especially with the Venusian energy here, you have to become what you wish to attract, right? Part of it is letting it go, like imagining it and seeing it as if you could have it, right? Seeing is believing, not believing is seeing. Or what is it? Well, it is believing is seeing, right? So you want to see it, but you want to believe that you have it. I don't know where I was going with that. So guys, anyways, you have to see it in your mind's eye. And then you let it go and you become emotionally detached on how it's going to happen, just having faith that it's going to happen. But another part of that is becoming that now and feeling it energetically within your being. How are you going to feel when what it is that you want comes to fruition? Right? Because wherever you're at, even if this is a job, like you're just becoming super magnetic. And the more that you connect with people either in the same position that you're in and start building friendships and, you know, I keep hearing allies, building allies. So wherever you're at, these allies are going to help you guys become super magnetic and attractive in your job. Okay, in your position, in your business, wherever you guys are, right? Everybody's on something different. Everybody's doing something different. But you have Venus energy, which is also connected with your finances. Venus rules both Libra and Taurus, and Taurians are the stable zodiac of, they're the stable zodiac of the zodiac wheel, guys. Like they are stability at its finest. Using your charm today is going to help you guys a lot. Using your charm moving forward, but all about building relationships, connections, letting your grace lead you, finding a balance between this feminine energy and this masculine energy, not being afraid to take action. Once you take action, to receive as well. You don't always have to be in this push energy. You guys will enjoy the luxury of receiving if you let yourself open up to receiving from others. because I do feel like there is some sense of resistance. It's easy to take action. What's not always easy is to receive. And so with you guys starting with a very masculine energy, only to end on this very feminine energy here, it is saying to find this balance with Aquarius energy, which is, Aquarians are super detached. Like, they're the ones that can emotionally detach like that. If you have Aquarius in your chart, you absolutely understand what I'm talking about. If you do not, that is okay. Maybe go and ask an Aquarius friend, like, how do you detach emotionally from a situation? If they have an idea, they will share it with you guys. If not, just knowing that the more you're attached to the outcome, the more you're pushing it away. So just having faith and just being like, I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to sit and be the worry word. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, when? Oh my gosh, this. Oh my gosh, that. I'm just going to go and do what I need to do. I'm going to work hard, take steps. Each step is going to get me to my long-term goal, which is ultimately having happiness, luxury, success, being able to enjoy what you want to. And this energy in the center here is finding that balance between those energies of taking steps and receiving with your career. So you guys, very soon, you could be opening yourselves up to a higher position in management or going up the chain in your job. You guys could be getting a raise as well. Again, it's going to be different for everyone because everybody is doing something different. This could mean getting recognition for a business that you guys are building that has to do with networking of people. This also could be you guys just actually finding a group of people who are going to really build you up in either your position, your work. So like if you guys are in sales, you could be finding another group of like-minded salespeople who are going to really help take you to the next level. Okay, again, these are just examples, but let's see what's coming in pile one's career source. What more can we share with them? Thank you. What is coming for pile three's? Pile three. Oh my gosh, guys. We're on pile one. For pile one's career, what is next in pile one's career, guys? What is next in pile one's career source? How can we help them out? Okay. Oh, they want one more. My bad. Source, what is next in pile one's career? Thank you. What is next in pile one's career source? Whoa. Yeah, okay. What is next in pile one's career? What is next for pile one's career source? Okay. What is next in pile one's career source? Okay. Yeah. What is next in pile one's career? Sorry about the train, guys. I can't change it. Okay, for me, this looks straight. Let me see if it looks straight for you guys. I'll move that over. Okay, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. What does he say? Oh, no. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. But the original one is Babe the Pig, so... yeah, we have the Two of Wands on the bottom. Okay. I feel like I know what's coming in. I feel like I know what's coming in. Let's see. Let's check out your cards. We've got Judgment reversed. We've got the Five of Coins. We've got the House of God reversed. And we have the Nameless card coming out. Move this back a little bit. Okay. So, here's the thing. There's something that you guys are in the process of overcoming. Okay, whether that is fear of connection. I do get this energy of being fearful of people stabbing you in the back. Like I was saying earlier about that inventive energy. Maybe you're trying to invent something, or you guys are trying to build something, create something. And there's this fear that's coming through of someone taking your idea from you. And that's happened in the past, okay? And this is different for everybody. So again, try to use this as an example for your own situation. It just really has to do with a sense of betrayal here. Someone did something. And someone tried to take credit for it, but then it fell apart because it was just an idea. They didn't have the inner workings on how that would work out, right? So you maybe saw them have success at it, or you maybe assumed that they had success at whatever it is that they took from you. In reality, they did not. And so now there's this energy with you, and when it has to come to your money, you're afraid of what your potential is. Okay, like this is a deep inner fear here, being afraid of what your potential is, because it feels like everybody is always out to get you, or feels like everybody is out to take your ideas from you. Especially with the nameless card here at the end of your reading, we're talking about transmitting or transmuting this energy into knowing that you have opportunities, knowing that you are very strong in what it is that lies ahead of you. Okay, and no longer letting the fear of what others have done to you hold you back. Okay, you don't have to share things right away. That's fine. But what you need is a group of people that are on the same journey as you to help lift you up and remind you of your own worth. Because I feel like there's this sense of when it comes to career and finances that you guys are struggling with. Like even at a job, like this could just be at a job where you guys are just struggling to shine. Because it's like, oh, well, I did this last time and so took my method and they claimed it as their own. And then that was the only method that they had, was the one that you shared with them. And then it was kind of like maybe they, for a while, were successful at it. But then things fell apart afterwards. And they didn't have any more of your ideas that they could leech off of to become. And so there's this fear of dealing with your own inner worth, right? Especially with the House of God here in the reverse. This is like not wanting to face what has happened, right? And with nameless in the skeletal, this figure having its back turned to this, it's almost like I'd rather cut out my opportunities, right? He's swinging the scythe this way. It's like I'd rather cut out my opportunities than face what I need to face, which is the fact that maybe people have not been there for me in the past, which makes total sense now why we've got this Aquarian energy in the 10th house with this Venusian energy. It's coming back to a place of understanding that you're worthy of what you're asking for. You're worthy of having this life that you desire. You are worthy of, if you want to be a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever, guys, you're worthy of asking for that. It is not a bad thing. Likewise, if you guys are always asking for it and you're in this energy of like, well, that's a great thought and all, but remember, that's the vibration that you're sending out to source. That's a great thought and all, but and that's how source is going to reply. Yeah, it's a great thought that you want to be a billionaire, but guess what? This is going to happen. And so I feel like this situation has happened many times to you guys, or this situation has come up quite a few times, whether that's just in your finances, or whether that is also in, let me turn the light so it's not so bright there. Okay. Or whether that is in your guys' life. This could be friendships. This could be family situationships. This could be anything really. But what has happened is it took the breath from you. And it took everything that you had, because it's like, I feel like you guys put so much energy and effort into this situation. And then it just kind of felt like it crumbled at the seams. And then it was like, what's the point? If I'm going to work so hard on something, what's the point if it's just all going to fall apart when somebody comes in and does their rat-a-tat-tat on it and I have nothing left? Okay, and so this is a healing aspect for you guys. We have the Judgment starting your reading, which is saying, I don't want to heal. We have the Nameless card here, 13, coming out saying, it's time to heal. With the Two of Wands on the bottom, it's like you guys have more opportunities coming your way than you realize. And remembering that even though this is a bad energy, this is a bad situation, this is giving you guys unsurmountable experience on what's to come next, right? Let's get some oracles. Let's get some clarifiers, guys. I'm in it to win it today. Let's just say, can we get some clarifiers out for pile number 1, source? What do we have here? Yeah, so this could have been a lover in the past. This is also saying that there's some sort of immature action that's being taken here. This is almost like tit for tat. That's what I keep hearing. tit for tat. Well, if you're going to hurt me like this, then I'm going to hurt you like this. And even if you're not in this energy any longer, this could be very, what's the word? Juvenile. Yeah, very juvenile energy coming through here, where maybe before in your past you were very much tit for tat. You know what? Well, so and so did this, so I'm going to do this. Guys, don't trip. I've done this too. Right? I have plenty of stories that are exactly that. So and so hurt me, so I'm going to hurt them worse. Okay, we all have our stories that we can fit into that phrase, right? Well, they did this, and so I'm going to do this to make them hurt worse. Hurt people, right? And so it's like this is just something that has been buried and compartmentalized over time. And so maybe when you guys have gotten, if you're on the law of attraction journey, or if you're on the positivity journey or the spiritual journey, whatever you guys are doing, even if you're not, if you're just wondering what's next, there's this belief right here, focusing on your career and finances with the 5 of coins coming through here. This is your money. Okay, and the belief around your money, it is huge. It's looming. It is taking a lot of space in your mind, especially with it right here next to the house of God. Because this talks about us being knocked off of our rocker. This basically is like the source, the hand of source coming through here with his feather of wisdom and knocking us, our crown off our heads so that we can begin to receive the correct information. But being in the reverse, it's like, I don't want to face what has happened because it happened from a young age. It's happened for too many times, right? And so you have success waiting for you. You guys have this opportunity to build alliance. We were talking about connecting with like-minded people. You have the 6 of Wands here. This is all about connecting with people who you can build an alliance with, reminding you of your worth. We have this coming through. So what I was saying is like for you guys to really get into this mindset of that you are deserving and worthy of what it is that you desire. Sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and say those people that were in my life, they're an old people. Okay, like that's an old energy that I'm not going back to. We have the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, and really filling up your own cup here, like reminding yourself, okay? My Ace of Cups talks about this connection with Source. If you look at this cup, it looks like a cathedral, right? We're talking about connecting to a higher power and letting that overflow onto everything that we do. Rather than trying to fill others up from our empty cup, it's about us filling up our cup first, and then others just get filled by us having an overflowing cup. Like it's not even us going out of our way. It's just basically like they come and stand in the outpouring of our cup, right? And so when you guys reconnect with yourself and remind yourself of your self-worth, look, I can't. We have the 9 of coins coming out. That's it. Then suddenly you guys will be able to see beyond the illusions and find some sense of success. Okay, and it doesn't matter what position you hold, what your title is. You guys could be flipping burgers at a McDonald's, or you guys could be a CEO and a president of a company. It is the same for each of you guys. If your bracket of money hasn't risen for some time and you've been stuck in this very same position, like no matter what, I make X amount of dollars a week. For the past 10 years, I made X amount of dollars a year. Like it never is seemingly raised up from that. It's because you're fighting this belief that you can't let yourself shine. And if I let myself shine, others are just going to take credit for my glory. Okay? And the more you think that, right? A man becomes what his thoughts focus on, right? What is it? Manifestation flows where attention goes. And so it's like you guys are so focused on everyone else taking credit for you that you guys aren't taking credit for yourself and what you have to bring. And that's where building these alliances are, and learning how to use your discernment, right? This is about balancing your discernment and being able to trust yourself in this time. So what's next in your career is when you guys come into this place of having an alignment and an alliance with others, or building with a group of like-minded people. Say maybe you guys have been stabbed in the back and you get connected with others who have been stabbed in the back, but they're building each other up, or women who've been forced down, or men who've been pushed aside, whatever it is, or people who have just been put out to pasture. Whatever it is, guys, it's like when you connect with these people, you're going to find some sense of empowerment Just a tiny little bit of empowerment from a group is going to empower you guys beyond belief. And it's going to allow you guys to really build some sense of stability for yourself. Okay, but you have to deal with this energy first. Look, we have 7 of Cups here. This is all about setting firm boundaries. So again, if this is somebody who's taking credit for your guys' ideas, rather than telling everybody about the ideas that you have, keeping some sense of secrecy to that idea, and letting others show you who they are first, right? Keeping yourself locked out. You have this Ace of Cups right here in the center while everybody else is doing their thing, but you're not the one that's feeding them. You see, you can't. There's no way that you can feed their cups here. So letting yourself fill your own cup and writing down your ideas and keeping that to yourself, like keeping an ideal journal with you all the time, even if it's just a small little black book, right? And writing it down and making sure that it stays with you always so you guys can keep recording your ideas. And this is going to help you guys come into some sense of empowerment. You want to raise the bracket of money that you're making. Of course, everybody does. They all want to make more money, right? Who doesn't? But in order to do so, you guys have to first fall in love with yourself again, because there's this sense of not feeling worthy of going next, whatever's next in your career. Okay, so what's really next for you guys is finding this sense of self-worth. And as you guys find this sense of self-worth, and again, it doesn't matter the position that you hold, as you guys find this sense of self-worth, what's next for you guys is stability, more stability than what you have now. Being able to build a community around you of like-minded people while still having security for yourself and not gifting away your talents just because, oh, it's a job, that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what? A job is not something you're supposed to give yourself 1,000% to. I know the world runs on money, but if all you're doing is giving yourself away to these positions that don't take you as a person, but rather as a number, you guys are selling your soul to something that will never appreciate you or see you fully, rather than getting connected here with people who see you and appreciate you fully, because you guys are all on very similar journeys. Ending cycles. We have cycles in hair on the bottom here with 31 and 4, right? 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is all about our stability, our foundations, our strength, our structure. It's like getting connected with your strength and structure here. And yes, it is through other people. Maybe not the people you work with, but people outside of your work that have been through similar situations as you. Yeah, because there's this sense of you've been disconnected for a long time with island solitude. And if you see, it's like this little beautiful tree on this island and no one can get to it. And this is also saying to not be afraid to hold things close to your chest for the time being, not giving away everything, right? Like, and we have clouds on the bottom, shape-shifting, and this is my Aquarian energy for this deck. This is all about you guys changing maybe the way you show up, changing the way you're dressing, changing the way you look. I feel like the main focus of this is changing the way you're showing up every day for yourself. If your thoughts that you've had thus far have not served you, especially in the realm of money, then what's the harm in changing the way you're thinking? The worst thing that's going to happen is it's still not going to work, but at least you've already gone over the hump of changing something, which is that uncomfortable place that no one wants to be in, right? Source, can I please have an oracle card? One oracle card. Okay. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. And it never hurts to learn more skills. Okay, this may hurt, and I apologize. This could be a trigger warning for some, but it was something that humbled me very greatly on my own journey, and so I'm going to say it here because it's coming through, especially with this open-mindedness and learning and objectivity. No matter how many years you have in the business, you don't know it all. And so always letting yourself experience new things on your journey will help you guys become more valuable than you are currently. Right? Because there was a point in time when I really truly thought no one knew better than I did. Well, they don't know as much as I do, or I'm the best at the best. And It's like this identity holding that no one can outdo you, but in truth, there's always going to be someone that's better, wiser, faster, more in control than you. So don't be afraid to humble yourself and let yourself learn some, especially with the solitude, allowing yourself to go into spaces of solitude, not in constant solitude, but go into spaces of solitude where you guys can let yourselves explore further skills, further knowledge in what it is that you guys are doing. Look, we have number 1 with peace, taking off the mask. That the main thing here is let down your ego. Let down that emotional ego and that the shield that you have right here. Put down your weapon, not what we were talking about here, that eye for an eye energy. Let that go and come into this place of peace. And you're going to find that your ideas are going to be limitless. So maybe somebody did take your idea before. Somebody took credit for your work before. That was then. This is now. And we're in a whole new era right now. You're in a whole new you. And you get to let that be and let yourself connect with those infinite energies within you. House 3. Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Okay, so this is something that has happened, and that's what I was saying, very juvenile energy here. So this is something that's happened from the time you were a child. This is something that happened in your early learning years. Okay, this could have been siblings who did this to you, cousins, friends, whatever it was. And it was just kind of like, look, somebody always wanting to be higher than you on the branch, not realizing that you guys are on the same level, no matter who's up higher, quote unquote here. You guys are on the same level, no matter what, right? And not letting your rational mind overcome everything here. It's okay to be in your rational mind, but also to let yourself communicate what your heart desires, and not being afraid to say, if you want to be a millionaire, then ask for that. And then ask yourself, what will it take for me to show that I am a millionaire right now? Because once we ask for it, it's ours. We may not have the physical proof in this second, but once we ask for it, it is ours. So that's saying, what do I need to change about myself to become a millionaire? Start studying millionaires, right? Learning. We have that learning coming out over here. Okay, this is Gemini energy with house 3. We have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy here. So again, this is all about that communication. And I keep hearing for you guys, what my heart wants matters. Especially with the green aventurine, it feels like you guys are resistant to actually asking for what you truly want, because either you feel guilty about it or you feel like it doesn't matter, it's never going to happen anyways. And that's just you guys keeping yourself in this limited bubble and not allowing yourselves to experience your full potential, which is what we talked about in the beginning of the reading. Let's see what your guys' card is. Free from judgment, free to love, 39. Free from judging yourselves. We're going to read this out of the book. Let me grab the book real quick. 39. Okay. Can you guys see that right there? Yeah. Imagine a world so infused with bliss, love, and wonder that you naturally and always feel as safe as a nourished, cherished baby in the arms of the universal mother. Life mothers us with kindness, and sometimes when we need it to grow, through challenges as well. Accepting this mothering in its gentle and fierce faces can be difficult at times. Yet there are those brave enough in spirit to go forth onto their life path with absolute trust in the universal mother. Some are even part of her plan to help mother others so they too can surrender fear and live more freely. This oracle comes with a message for you. You are learning about mothering and being mothered. You might not do this in a typical way. It might be through bearing children, but it could also be through adopting children, raising children, or otherwise taking care of children and loving them as if they were your own. You might also be learning how to mother on a rather difficult scale, working with groups, we talked about that, communities, causes or purposes that need your devotion, your energy, your belief in their value, and your willingness to be the wild tigress or the supportive shoulder to lean upon in order to bring those worthwhile groups to life. You may also be an aspect of the universal mother on a spiritual level. Some people that do this are male, some are female, some have children and some do not. Some are healers and some work in seemingly more ordinary professions. They have a mothering aspect in common and they love and respect life. They believe in life, are moved by compassion, and are genuinely encouraging and respectful of people. Rather than taking perverse delight when someone stumbles, they want to help. They are ordinary people with extraordinary natural tendencies to nurture life around them. This brings you confirmation that you are amongst the Universal Mother's special clan of nurturing spirits that help to honor life on this planet. You are also being asked to open up and receive more nurturing. You can do this for yourself. You can also choose to open up and allow others to nurture you. It might make you feel a little vulnerable at first, especially if you are not used to doing this, but you don't have to worry. You will get used to valuing yourself enough to know that needing love and affection from another is an opportunity not only for you to receive, but also for someone to give, which involves them being received too. If you are tired and have been taking care of everyone else, then take some time to shift the pattern and allow life to support you. The Universal Mother helps the helpers so as they can keep helping. It works rather well, you see, for those that give too much to also receive abundantly. Okay, so this is the thing. You guys are givers, and that makes so much sense in this. That's why I was saying, like, sometimes you guys don't feel good enough to receive what you're asking for. And you guys don't realize that you're natural receivers because you've been in this state of constantly going and going and going. And we were talking about that balance between masculine and feminine energies here at the very beginning of the reading. We did talk about loving yourself with the Ace of Cups coming out here. So it's remembering that if you're spending all your time giving your energy to others and not to yourself, you guys are taking away from yourself. You're not actually benefiting anyone here. And your career, whether that is somewhere that you work or whether that's a business that you've built, your career is dependent upon you loving yourself because you guys are natural lovers. You guys are natural caregivers. We have 39, which is 12, and 12 is connected with the Hangman. We have changing our perspective and truly accepting the whole of ourself and the whole of the journey that we've come through thus far. Okay? So I hope that this resonates for you guys. This is what I have for you. If it does resonate, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Set that notification bell. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. But as always, until next time, guys, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans that chose pile number 2. This is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful clear quartz. This is going to be a reading on what's next in your career. I just ask that you guys keep an open mind. This could be on what is coming next, but this could also revolve around what you need to heal in order to take the next step. So I cannot say what it will be. I'm just saying to keep an open mind as you go into this reading. Also know that as you guys interact with my channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energies to get you out more resonant readings. So if this is resonating with you guys, make sure you leave me a thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. Set that notification bell so you guys always get notified when the next video does get uploaded. So let's go ahead and with your dice and ask, what is next for pile 2's career source? How can we help them out? What messages do we have for them? What is next for pile number 2's career source? What is next for pile number 2's career? Okay. So we have 9th house, Mercury, and Scorpio energies coming through here. Let me grab my block. Set these up for you guys. So, right off the bat, I am just going to tell you guys there is a mystery to what's next in your career, which tells me there's a bit of a surprise for you guys. So, I apologize. I may not be able to get more information on that. We'll see what comes up with the tarot cards, but sometimes Source wants things to be a surprise for us because it's just, that's, you know, who doesn't like surprises, right? So with the 9th house, you guys could be tarot readers. You guys could be into divination. You guys could be lawyers. You guys could be, I heard, a psychologist. You guys could be, what is it that Freud did? Like, he interpreted dreams. Like, you guys could be dream interpreter specialists, I guess. I don't know what that's called, but sure. Leave me a comment down below and let me know. You guys could just be professors. You guys could teach higher education. You could always be learning. You guys might have multiple degrees. You guys have traveled for your degrees. I am getting some of you guys could be chiropractors, and you guys travel to gain new knowledge and take continuing education. So you guys have like traveled all around the world. That could resonate for yogis and sound bath healers and Reiki healers and crystal healers, anything along that line. But this is all having to do with your spiritual learning, your wisdom, your physical learning. Here you guys could be, oh, I heard historians right now. That just came through. That's cool. That's cool. You guys are into the arts and the media. Some of you guys could be journalists or into book publishing or writing a book. Especially with the 9th house and Mercury energy, we do have writing books here if you guys are doing that. But this is all about something secret is coming. So you guys could be holding off on telling people about what it is you're about to release. There could be some sort of program that you guys are about to release. There could be some kind of book you guys are about to release. But what is known here is that you guys are very passionate and driven in what you are doing. And it is intimidating to others, but there is some sort of beginning coming after some sense of an ending. So whether you guys are going through a stage of restructuring your energies or revamping your energies, it is going to come out well for you, especially with Mercury here next to the Scorpio energy. We have this sense of keeping things secret and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, communicating it to others. Like, it's like working on it, working on it, working on it. Ta-da! I have it here for you guys. Like, look at this. Isn't this cool, right? So you guys may feel like there's a lot of people who are trying to control what it is that you're doing at your job, in your business, or what it is, or you guys are trying to hold expectations for others, right? So there's this sense of like everybody else has this idea of what you're supposed to be doing in your group or in your business or in your job, or like if you're, so I keep getting drawn to book writer as an example here. So this is just an example, guys. So take it as it resonates, but it's like, okay, you're a book writer and you have a genre that you have to fulfill, and just say it's romance. Okay, we're just going to make it easy, but you're trying to write a romance novel and you have 7 months to write this romance novel in. You're in month 3 and everybody expects you to already have the first 5 chapters done, and you barely gotten 1 chapter in because all of a sudden maybe your interests have gone to wanting to write a mystery or a thriller or something outside of your normal genre, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've gotten the loan to start this romance novel and I have these expectations that I'm trying to withhold because everybody expects me to do this, that, and the other. And so there's this feeling of pressure here. And so maybe it's like, well, I'll still write the romance novel, but in your free time, it's like, instead of putting 1,000% of your time towards the novel, in your free time, you're kind of focusing on the other genre that you want to write. We'll say mysteries, which is totally outside of your comfort zone, but you have this, it's like gnawing at your insides. You're like, I have to write this. Like, if I don't get it out, something is going to happen. Like, I just have to get it out. You're so drawn to it. And so in your free time, you end up writing on this other novel. Lo and behold, you actually finish this other novel before you finish your romance novel. So you get your romance novel done within the time frame, and then boom, you actually send off 2 manuscripts to your editor, and they fall in love with them both, or they fall in love with your mystery story, and they realize this is actually the genre that you should have been writing in all along. It's kind of like that kind of surprise, okay? And then that's what I feel like here. And so for some of you guys, we may know what the surprise is. For others of you guys, we may not. But there's going to be some sense of communication here, okay? There's going to be some sense of communication coming for you guys. This could be a connection with somebody. This could be correspondence in regards to something that you guys have done. This could be people coming back into your lives from your childhood and saying, wow, I didn't know that you were in this. Let me help you. Like I keep seeing a sponsorship. So some of you guys could be getting a sponsorship of some sort, but it is having to do with your guys' thought process and making sure that you guys are relying on your thought processes here and your intuition and not being afraid to listen to the gut feeling that you guys are receiving, especially with the 9th house here, which is ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. It's all about good luck, growth, and expansion, but also following those gut intuitive feelings that you guys get and knowing that that's okay. So what if you guys don't flow into the realm of what everybody expects you to be? As long as you're happy and doing what matters for you, you guys will have success in life. And sometimes that is much easier said than done. So let's get some tarot out on it. Source for pile number 2. What is next in career for pile number 2? What messages can you give us? How can you help us understand what's coming next for pile 2 in career? What's coming next for pile number 2 in career? Thank you. You guys feeling like a sense of being disconnected from your mind and your hands? Like it's like your mind is going, but you're not able to get your hands to do exactly what your mind is doing. I'm getting that feeling like right now. Like it's like, not like your mind is going too fast. It's just like actually trying to get your hands to do exactly what your mind is telling it to. Like there's a sense of wanting to be perfect all the time and letting that go. I don't know. That must be a message for someone. It's just coming out. So thank you, Source. So for pile number 2, what's next in pile number 2's career? Thank you. Okay, what's next in pile number 2's career, Source? Thank you. What's next in pile number 2's career, Source? What's next in pile number 2's career? Thank you. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck here? Yeah, we have the 6 of coins. Yeah, it's like this is a thing. You guys feel like somebody's not going to receive what your idea is. And actually, in truth, whatever this idea is actually on your path of purpose. So whether it is your path of purpose or it's getting you to your path of purpose, it's actually going to be received really well. And you're going to gain something from it. And that's, I mean, we should never do anything for gain, right? It's okay to want something. It's okay to desire something. But we should never be doing something that speaks to our heart for gain. It should just be because it speaks to our heart and it makes us feel good. I don't know why I feel I need to say that to you guys, but that is something that's coming through. We've got the Page of Wands reversed. Okay. We have the Star. Yeah, guys. Whoa. Whoa, you've got some big energies coming through here. Yeah. Oi. So, what's next in career? It's like you guys are, there's a deep fear that's coming through of dealing with something that has to do with your childhood. This could be you guys even leaving a job to pursue something that had you very interested as a child. You know, something that's spiritual, though. It feels very spiritual. This, I mean, you guys could be on here even for religious reasons. Maybe it's something to pursue the church or pursue, you know, wherever you're at and whatever kind of religion you guys practice. It's like getting involved in something like that. Okay, it's like whether it's helping the youth in your neighborhood, in your community, or helping people who need assistance with belief and faith. That's what it definitely feels like, especially with these 2 cards together here. It's like something that really called to you when you were younger, but somewhere along the way made you feel like you were different or distant from the group of people, made you feel like you always had someone watching over your shoulder to see you step up and to mess up. And it was like when you messed up, it was like they were the first ones there to really knock you down. And it's like saying you can't actually have a career in this, you know, but the truth is that it's part of your journey. This is a part of your journey, and it's showing, and it's like, again, it's starting to like shine really brightly for you. And so whether this is whatever you're doing, this could even be in the job that you have right now. Maybe there's a position in that job that just really speaks to your heart. I heard marketing. That was the first thing that came through. So maybe it's like you guys are in telecommunications and you'd rather be in marketing, but it's like you don't maybe have any experience in marketing, but it like just speaks to your heart because you have these great ideas and these great, storyboards. I don't know. Anyways, it's like showing your guys' self out there like that is what you're meant to be doing, but there's this fear here of doing so because in the past you've been reproached for what you had, your ideas. Maybe as a child, okay, so I'm hearing like a comic book. Maybe you guys wanted to write a comic book and you guys created this whole story. You had all your pictures drawn out, and then it was like someone came in and said, you'll never make money doing that. Especially with this justice here in the reverse. It's like a karmic came when you were younger and stamped out your shine with the star here in the center. It's almost like they came in. It was like, I can't let pile 2 shine, because if I let them shine, then I have to look at myself. And that's why they came through and they like started the 10 of Swords here. This is like anguish, like deep emotional anguish, deep upset, like sorrow from not having done what you wanted to do, not having gone on the experience that you wanted to go on, and then feeling that every time you think of this idea, it brings up this reminder, oh my gosh, remember when so-and-so treated me like this, or remember when Bill did that, or when Susie did this. It didn't matter. It's like this energy coming back around and seeing that this is actually a cycle that's been in your life. You've letting others determine what you felt your worth was. Look at this with the Ace of Swords coming out underneath this. It's like you guys are not seeing that what you have to offer is actually something that is going to be well received from, whether that's customers or your company or your business or whatever it is, whoever it is that's in your life. There's something that's going to be well received here, and it's going to be an equal give and take. Like as you give, people are going to give to you equally. It's not going to be a one-way ticket here. Whereas when you were, then again with the knave here, okay, with the valet, it's like this is somebody who just, are you okay, Mama? Sorry guys, my dog just started coughing. It's somebody who wanted you guys to stay in a box, and it's like now you're no longer in this situation and you're not seeing that you have a clear view of what it is that you want to do, right? Because people have filled your mind with illusions with the 9 of Cups in reverse here. And it's someone that's from your childhood. It's like, this is something from when you were younger. It's like something that you want to do. It's coming back around, that maybe the secretive energy here of communicating something that was really secret to you. So going back to what we were talking about with the mystery books, right? And it's like, you got into romance because that was the popular genre and it was easy to write a romance, and maybe you just kind of played around in it for fun and the book got published. Okay, again, this is just an example, but it's like the book got published and you're like, oh, okay, well, if it's going to get published, obviously this is what I'm supposed to do. But you just really love mystery books, and the idea of writing a mystery book just really sets your heart on fire. And it's like, but you're so afraid to even tell anybody that, because the one time you wrote a mystery book when you were a kid, or when you were a teenager, maybe you were in high school, right? This is like your youth. It's somebody came out and was like, they didn't want to see you shine, and so they made you feel inadequate about what you were doing. Rather, what's coming next in your career, whatever it is you guys are heading to, the idea that you have, that hopeful feeling that you get, that sense of, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want to do, but, right? But let's pull the handbrake in our hearts. No, it's like putting the handbrake down and just putting full gear forward. Floor it, guys, and do it, okay? I don't care. Shift that thing into 5th gear and let's go. That's what this is saying here. Let yourselves experience this and don't worry about, see how she has her back turned to this energy here? You're not going to worry about what the naysayers have to say. The only reason people are attacking you or saying anything is because they know that what you have to offer is worth something. Okay, and so you guys want to have this, and this is just saying, allow yourselves to experience this because it is going to be well received. That's not to say it's going to be well received in the first day. That's not what this is, but it's just saying allow yourselves the time to experience this, and you guys are going to see it's going to turn out way bigger than you actually thought. And this definitely with the star here feels like it's supposed to be on your path of purpose. Now, the interesting thing here is the star card is number 17. The My Justice card is number 8, and we have 8 and 8 right here next to each other. This is a balancing of karma for you guys so that you can come into your abundant energy. Right? Closing out this cycle for good. Can we please get a clarifying card here? Yeah. This has been hard for you guys to heal. It's been hard for you guys to overcome. This is very interesting. This is the exact same order of cards that I got in pile number 1 in the same place, but reversed. I got the Judgment card in my big cards and the Page of Wands in reverse in my little cards. And so you guys maybe resonate with pile 1. That's not saying you guys have to watch that. There's no obligation there. But if you guys, and maybe some of you guys are coming from pile 1. But again, it's very synchronistic here because it's saying it's like you didn't want to heal this. It's not wanting to face this. It's not wanting to look at it, but it keeps calling to you guys to heal it. Like it keeps sounding this trumpet in your ear. It's like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to deal with what those people said to me. I don't want to deal with the emotions that came to me. I'd rather sit in denial. But your spirit here with the star energy is coming through saying we can't sit in denial anymore. We just can't. Because it's not gonna work. This could have been an overbearing mother. It could have been an overbearing father. But Source is saying this is your path, right? With the 3 of Wands here. This is on your path. Like this is what you're meant to do. Don't let people keep you guys from taking your journey. Okay? Because everybody's gonna have something to say. Right? And it doesn't matter. Like whatever they're going to say is what they're going to say. If you guys constantly live your life based on what everybody else says about you or says is what you're supposed to be doing, what ends up happening is you grow up miserable. And I'm telling you guys right now, the minute you tell those people, well, I didn't do it because you said, the first thing they're going to say is it's your life. Why did you listen to me? I didn't know what I was talking about. They're going to wash their hands of it. And then it's all to make us feel like the idiots in the situation, when in truth, we just felt like we needed their approval, right? Because that's what society has taught us. It's like going against the grain here is so important. Look, we have the 10 of Wands coming out in the reverse, feeling like this was your responsibility to gain their admiration, to gain their support, to gain their respect even, and there's no respect here to be had. There is nothing here. But for some reason, this felt like such a responsibility to maintain the straight and narrow with what this person has said to you, especially when it comes to your career. Maybe this is you guys leaving a job. I can't with you guys. Look at what just flipped over. Look, the 6 of coins in the upright. It flipped over, guys. Like, this is so trippy. I love the synchronicities in your reading. I'm going to put this here. We're going to leave it there. And the thing is that you guys have spent so much time trying to ride this straight and narrow. And I was going to say, maybe this is a position that you guys are leaving. Like you want to leave a position. Okay, so I just heard somebody's a doctor and they don't want to be a doctor. They want to do something else. Maybe you guys want to be an artist instead of a doctor, but your family expects you to be a doctor. Like, again, this is like that expectations energy. It's almost like you come from a family of doctors and everybody in your family is a doctor and everybody thinks that being an artist, that's a hippie's job. You'll be homeless and living on the streets and eating out of the garbage bins or whatever it is. Like everybody has this opinion on what it is that really makes your heart light up, and so you took the straight and narrow. You took the path that they told you. You took the path that they said was yours to have, and it's never made you happy. There's always this great sorrow that comes with it because of this responsibility of living up to either a mother, a father's, a grandparent's expectation, a family member's expectation here. It's felt so like such a responsibility. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that's setting your heart on fire, it's because you guys are going to feel so good doing it that money's just going to follow. It's just going to, you're not going to have to worry about it in the long run. At first, it may be a struggle, but in the long run, it will start to come towards you, right? We have the 6 of Wands here. It's like building those alliances, allowing yourself to do so. But what has happened here is that people have been so greedy, thinking that they have to live through your life. This is people who have chosen to live vicariously through your life. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. They've been cold towards your passions, your ambitions. They've been cold towards you, saying this is how you have to live your life. And the reason being is because it's like this expectation in family generations. When you see families who like are mechanics, or they're doctors, or they're lawyers, or they're business executives, hello. So anyway, say that you guys see this and that's what your family is, and that's what you're expected to do too, because it was your dad's dad who started this, and then everybody just followed in suit, or bankers, or whatever it is. It's everybody before you living vicariously through you. Like no one has a say, and because your dad didn't have a say, or because your mom didn't have a say, they don't think that you have a say either. So it's like passing on that generational hurt. Sorry, you're not seen as the passionate, inspirational individual that you are. You're seen as a whole part of this family. And that's what is coming out here, is sources reminding you that the reason you're getting this inspiration here is because this is a part of your path. And sometimes the scariest thing is to take that step, especially when it goes against what is expected of us. And that doesn't necessarily have to be family expectations. That could be expectations from your job, right? But I do just feel like this comes down to expectations that are being held over you on the journey. And it's like you guys are starting to step away from those expectations, which makes it feel very secretive because you can't really say anything right now. And what's going to happen is you guys are going to go and do it, and then it's like basically it's going to become successful, and then boom, there's a huge announcement. Look, I can't with you guys. We have DNA karma on the bottom. This is karmic curses. These are generational curses. It's like what I was saying, your dad's dad started this, and now nobody has had a choice. We've had to be bankers our whole lives. We've had to be business people. We've had to be lawyers. We've had to be doctors. We had to have these careers because only these careers could give us the life that we desired. But you want to be a singer. And they're like, no singer ever becomes successful. And you're over there thinking, you're like, if no singer becomes successful, then why are there famous singers? Like, it's like trying to put two and two together, and it's like they're telling you, no, you can't, because nobody does. And then you're over there like, but if nobody does, then why are there people in this profession that are? And it's like, no, because nobody does. Like, they don't have a valid answer. It's just like basically because I said so. What kind of an answer is that? Because I said so. I've heard that too, guys. But it's like you're over here with this mind thinking like, because I said so doesn't make any sense, when my favorite singer is they're a famous singer and they travel all around the world and they do everything. Or your favorite artist they've traveled the whole world. Maybe they're an artist from way back in the 15th century, but their paintings are seen all around the world. What you're dealing with is, this is karmic curses coming through, guys, with your career. What's next is a potential for you guys to have true success. What success is to you, it may be completely different than what success is to your family or to the people who you work with or those people in your inner circle. This could be friends, family, it doesn't matter, guys. But it's like what success is to you is different from those that hold the expectation on you. And because of that, it feels uncomfortable, right? Because it's going against the grain. And so it's like once you guys realize that you deserve to be happy too, that what I want matters, that what I want to do matters, that it doesn't matter if it's what somebody else wants for me or thinks that they know better. It's my life and it's my choice. It's your choice, guys. It's not your mom's choice. It's not your boss's choice. It's not your brother's choice. It's not your father's choice. It's not anybody else's choice. It's your choice, because you're the one that has to live with the decision that you made. And if you decide to roll over and let others live your life for you and choose your life for you, the misery becomes so great, it just turns into resentment. And it's like, wouldn't you rather your family be mad at you or your boss be mad at you now? If this is like a connection, a friendship that's going to last for a time, and then later on down the line, when success comes, and then they're celebrating you, or if they never celebrate you, that's fine. It's like, wouldn't you rather them be mad at you now than you to grow into this place of resentment and never talk to them again, never play a part in their lives again? Like we have fear coming out on the bottom, moving from a fear, a lack, and poverty mindset, right? And look, this has to do with your mind because it's the head of the hyena here, into a place of abundance and prosperity. But again, it's his butt end, okay? It's his butt. It's the side that nobody talks about. Oh, we don't talk about that. We don't discuss that. Because that's icky, that's poo-poo, that's no. Okay? But it's like moving from that into something that is much more beautiful for you. This doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. It has to make sense to you. And I understand, and I can feel the resistance for many of you guys where it's like, but if I do this, what? And it's like, you know what? Instead of asking about what is going to happen with everybody else, ask this one question. If I do this, how will I feel? And know. Okay, I want you guys to know. I'm going to stop shuffling so you can hear this. Know that that is not selfish. Okay? That is the greatest thing you can do for yourself, is to make a decision for yourself, no matter how hard it is. Ask yourself, if I do this, how does that make me feel about myself? And shut out this idea of everybody else. And then ask yourself, okay, there's this thing, it's called 7 layers deep. And this helped me so much in the very beginning of my journey. In fact, I talk about it. I've talked about it with so many people, and others have tried it, and it's something, and it still comes back to me every now and then to remind me why I do what I do. 7 layers deep. Write down what you want to do and write down what it is that you're expected to do. And then start asking, what happens when I do this? And then why? Why do I want to do this? And then when the answer comes, okay, so with tarot for me, this is just an example, guys. This isn't the whole thing, but I'm going to give you an example of how to do this. So I wanted to do tarot. Why did I want to do tarot? Because I wanted to help people. And the question is why did I want to help people? Because it made me feel good to see people overcome struggles in their life. And it's like, why did that happen? And you keep asking yourself why for 7 times. And when you get to the bottom, it's interesting. I've done this many times for many different things. And so I want you guys to do this for what you're expected of and what sets your soul on fire. And I want to see what happens. What is the last why? The 7th why that you get to on what's expected of you. And what's the 7th why? Why do you want to do this? The 7th why and what sets your whole soul on fire. And I think you guys will be shocked at what you find. But it's called 7 layers deep, okay? And I'm not sure where I found it. It was years ago. I mean, we're talking at least a decade ago that I came across this method. And it has been so powerful on my journey. And I still do it. And I still get the same results I got then. When I choose myself, okay? When I choose myself. Look, we have opposition, imbalance, a point of tension and a power struggle. You guys are fighting a power struggle right now because your shine is so bright. And it's like, maybe they have the best of intentions for you. Okay, and I'm going to use quotations here because the best of intentions that they have for you is what they would do for themselves. And that's not necessarily the best intentions for you. Okay, but they don't see it that way because they see it as, I'm trying to protect you from the real world. But I feel like all of you guys watching this are adults and you know the real world. So what are they truly protecting you from? From yourself? Why do you need to be protected from yourself? Like we have wind, activation. You guys are activating your inner spirit here. And sometimes when the wind blows, it's so harsh it burns people's faces more than the sun does. Right? So that's the thing here. It's like you guys are activating into this star energy. Okay? This inner hope, this inner light, this inner being. You're meant to be seen for what this is. And some people are going to be very uncomfortable with it. And they're trying to run away from your guys's shine. They're trying to run away from your guys' activation, or they're trying their best to block it. I just heard a windbreaker right now. So it's like they're gonna pull out their windbreakers and try to break the wind, but they can't. There's nothing they can do to stop you from shining. You're the only one that can stand in your way. Look at this. I love that this came out. We have 34, Tiger and Will. And this goes out to my women out there too, okay? And if you're a man on this watching, whatever you guys identify with is fine. But just understand that this really talks about the feminine power and empowering themselves, okay? Because for so long, women have been oppressed, and it's like that fear of oppression continues with each generation until we choose to empower ourselves. We heal that within our own karmic wounds, right? In our own generational wounds. And so this is saying to really empower yourself and use your free will to just take flight. Take off running here and be strong in yourself. Okay, because there's something so powerful. We have the number 7 with 34 here. 7 is all about luck. When you change what it is that you're doing, you guys will bring so much luck into your life. This beautiful, receptive, giving energy. This is so beautiful here. This is Taurian energy, the 6 of coins. And Taurus is the stability of the zodiac. And then we have fixed. What did I just say? Stability. We have Taurus at the top here. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. You know what's going to come for you? What's next in your career? When you guys choose you, you get all these things. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. People are going to depend on you to bring this to them. They're like needing it. They need it, whatever it is you have to offer. But it's going to bring you a sense of stability, and you're going to see loyalty like you've never seen it before. And that's going to make you feel good about yourself, that empowerment, right? And again, if you're a man watching this, that is fine. This is empowering the divine feminine. So it's like whatever you choose to do, remembering that I'm empowering my divine feminine. I'm allowing myself to receive these creative ideas and to take action in the masculine energy, to take action on those ideas. Because that's me being creative, and creative is a very feminine energy. Let's see what your guys' card is. I'm going to read this one out of the book. I love this. Look at this. You guys are in a vortex right now. This is like some sort of activation, initiation that you guys are going through. Look at this light around you guys. It's like you guys are really in this connective energy, but there's this sense of being vulnerable. She is naked here, and it's like this sense of being vulnerable here, right? And it's like lighting yourself up and not being afraid anymore. Not being afraid to cut down those barriers. It says, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Let's see what this card talks about. Number 26. Number 8 again. You guys may see 8 a lot. 888. You guys may see like 16. Why am I saying 1616? That may actually resonate with some of you guys. I have no idea why that came out. You guys also may see 666 a lot. We had 6 come out on the bottom of the deck here and 6 on the little deck too. It says, Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. Didn't I say this is like the green light for you guys to do that? I think I said that. But if not, I did mean to say that. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so, right? Sometimes they feel like they have the best of intentions, but they don't. They don't know you. They're not living your life. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electric pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-induced paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears. What did I say at the beginning? Shift that into 5th gear and go. I can't with you guys. Sorry, that just excited me so much right now. Okay, let me get back here, guys. Okay. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounding enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blow about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page, before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work. I love this, guys. Never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it is not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you, and your passions and dreams will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed according to wisdom. Guys, I love your card because it talks about everything we went over in your reading. Just trusting this and letting yourself become what you're meant to become at this time. Empowering yourself and being the voice for yourself. Speak it into existence. Yes, it may feel like some deep, dark secret now, but one day you're going to look back and say thank you to this part of yourself for taking a chance, because it will bring to you everything that you've ever wanted. I loved your reading. I hope that this resonates for you guys. If it does, hit that thumbs up button down below. This is what I see for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. But until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful bloodstone. This is what's next in your career. I do just want to put out for you guys, this could be what it is you need to overcome in order to get where you want to go. This could also be a prediction. However, the last 2 piles were more or less about what it is that you guys are looking to overcome at this time in order to move forward. Remember, it is a healing process in order for us to get to where we want to go. It's not that we're not enough. It's just letting go of toxic belief patterns that we may have along the way picked up that are actually not ours to carry. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there so you guys know what to expect. Keep an open mind during the reading. And remember that as you guys interact with the channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. So if this does resonate with you, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel and set that notification bell so that way you guys always get notified when the next video does get uploaded. Let's go ahead and ask your dice first, and then we will get some tarot out on it. So source for pile number 3. What is next in pile number 3's career, source? How can we help them understand this? What energy or what messages do they have, Source? What is next for pile number 3's career? What can you tell us about what's next for pile number 3's career, Source? All right, so we've got 12th house, Cancer, and South Node. Let me get my block. Set these up for you guys. Yeah, this is definitely about releasing something. Especially with South Node coming up for you guys, we're all about releasing that energy, letting go of what's no longer serving us. But let's see, 12th house is about your spiritual and intuitive insights. Okay, there's something that you guys feel stuck in right now with this 12th house here. And it's like fear of nurturing, letting it go. Whatever it is, okay? This could be, maybe you guys don't like the job that you have. Okay, some of you guys could be nurses or work in some kind of government or institution or whatever it is that, maybe it's a clinic. I don't know why these are coming up, but that's the energy that's coming through right now. But it's like you guys could just have a position that is just, it's like I did this because it was easy, it was convenient, it was what I wanted at the time. But there's this energy coming through where it's like suddenly you're starting to feel like you lost a good part of your life in doing what it is that you've done and feeling like maybe you missed the boat and now I'm just stuck doing what I'm doing because that's what it is. You guys are also realizing that you're surrounded by people who... Okay, so there are people who are gossiping around you, about you, or there's just people who are constantly on everybody's information, like wanting to know what everybody's doing so that they can make judgments, or people have judged you outright because of who you are and what it is you bring to your position. Okay, and it also has to do with the way that you guys are viewing life. So what's really coming through, though, the main thing is that there's this fear and you definitely feel alone in whatever it is that you're doing in your career. Why does this have to do with what's next in your career? Well, if you want to change, you have to become that change that you want to see in your life. So let's see where that starts at. We'll get some more information on it before we get too far into that. But with this Cancerian energy here, this is all about nurturing yourself and being loyal to yourself. Like you want to be surrounded by loyal people. You want people to see you, to support you, to have compassion for you. And yet your healing comes from looking at these things that you maybe have codependent issues with, or maybe you're having passive aggressive tendencies toward others, or maybe you're experiencing excessive moodiness, right? And none of these are bad things. It's not, oh, pile 3, like bad pile 3. No, that's not what this is, guys. That's not at all. All of us have dealt with this. So these are very human things that we go through. Okay? And it's like when you guys face these things and you become loyal to yourself and you nurture your emotions. Okay, that's what Cancer is here for, is reminding you to nurture your emotions. Why do I feel this way? That's such a powerful question that you can ask yourself and start unpacking why you feel that way. Like what's going on? And maybe you won't get the answer right now, this second, or today, or tomorrow, or next week. But asking yourself this question will do one thing for you that is true. It will allow you an opportunity to give space for the truth to come through. So maybe you feel this way because it was just supposed to be a job. And it was just for the time being until. But then until never happened because it was always getting pushed back. And then, you know, why do I feel like I'm so stuck? And it's like I feel like there's no hope for me because I'm too old. Or I'm not smart enough, or I don't have enough talent, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Which is, that's all an illusion. All those things are an illusion. You know, okay, let's go back to I'm not old enough. You know what? My mom didn't get her associate's degree. She didn't go to college until after she turned 50. But then she got her associate's degree and she graduated from college and she started doing things that she loved to do. There is no such thing as being too old. Okay, if that's not a good enough story for you guys, then get this. My brother, he graduated with an adult education group. And there was a gentleman in his class who got his GED. They graduated with their GEDs. That's what they went after. My brother didn't get his high school diploma. He got a GED, and he was in adult education to get his GED because he couldn't take regular classes. So again, not smart enough. Okay, had nothing to do with his intelligence. He just couldn't focus in a group setting. Okay, why am I telling you this? Because in his class, there was a gentleman who was 98 years old who graduated with his GED, and that was his goal. All he wanted to do was get his GED because he got shipped off to war before he could graduate high school, and he went and fought in the military. Okay, so there's like this energy of feeling like I'm too much of something or I'm not enough of something. And it's just an illusion. You're the only thing that's standing in your way. And this is something that you're actually meant to release, especially with the South Node, because this feels like, to me, this is energy coming through. And what it feels like is that all the decisions you've made in your life have always been because of something else, not because it's what you wanted to do, but because, oh, this is a quick fix, or this is supposed to do this for me, or this is supposed to open this door. This is like a stepping stone to get here, and so on and so forth. But it's never been because it's what you truly wanted to do. And so now our South Node energy is talking about what we've done up until this moment. Every decision we've made until this moment, in this second, in this time, it has been because of karmic debts, karmic lessons. It's been it's been a familiarity, something that it feels easy to follow. But this is also the place where we have to overcome our deepest fears, right? And these are things that you've already mastered. It's like you're not gaining any new knowledge because you've already mastered this way of living. And so the only way to get beyond this and to move into what it is that you wish to do is to get out of your comfort zone. And that's releasing the South Node energy. Coming into your North Node is a very uncomfortable energy to embrace because it's so different from everything that we've done before, right? And so right now, as you guys release this South Node energy, as you guys come into this energy, it is all about embracing and nurturing what you want, what you desire, what matters for you. It doesn't matter what it is. It's what have you always dreamt of doing when you were a child, and why can't you make that happen now? And if you start coming up with reasons why you can't, then start asking yourself, okay, I know what I can't do. So then ask yourself, but what can I do? What can I do to draw myself closer to this position that I want, to this life that I want, to this career that I want, this money that I want, whatever it is? What can I do? And start looking at it from a different perspective. So Source, for pile number 3, what's next for pile number 3 in their career? What's next for them in their career? So this could be some of you guys letting go of a position that maybe you've had for many, many years, right? This is something that you guys, maybe you started there when you were really young and you've just always stayed there, but it's never gone anywhere. Maybe you guys have stayed in an entry-level position. It's like, I've been here for 12 years, or I've been here for 15 years, or I've been here for 20 years, and I'm still in an entry-level position, and they keep promising me, but the promises never get fulfilled. And so it's like, are you okay with releasing something that you've always done? And I know that feels uncomfortable because it's like, that's scary. That's new, right? That's different than what I've experienced until this point. But again, South Node energy, to leave South Node does not feel good. But North Node is absolutely a fulfilling energy. Getting there, though, is definitely a journey. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So Source, what can you tell us about what's next for pile 3 in their career? Thank you. What's next for pile number 3 on their career, Source? Okay, thank you. What's next for pile number 3 in their career, Source? What can you tell us? Okay, that one wants to... Oh, both of those want to come out. Okay. Oh, no, my bad. They want it this way. I got you. I heard it. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, guys. Yeah, a passionate new beginning, a new start, inspiration. This is like, I heard sexual transmutation. If you guys don't know what that is, you can absolutely look it up. That is too long to explain on this. This is like deep creative energy coming through to you guys. And this is something that's a gift. There's a gift that's coming to you guys. You have to let your life fall apart like this. And remember, sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart around us, when in truth, it has to fall apart to fall into place. And that's what a reminder is here for you guys. It's letting go of this identity that I have to be what I've always been, or the path that I've followed until now is my identity. And I can't let that go, because if I let that go, then who am I? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to this person that I've become? Well, nothing. You're still going to be the person that you are. Yeah. Fear of a decision that you have to make. Okay. This could be because somebody's in your life. Hold on. Let's get all your cards out here. Interesting. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So, the Lover in reverse can mean quite a bit. One of the deepest meanings with the Lover card is ask and you shall receive, knock and it shall be open. And I can't remember the whole thing right now for some reason, but those are the two that they want me to focus on. We have this in reversal energy, which means that I'm afraid to ask for it because I'm afraid I'm not going to receive. I'm afraid to knock because what doors are going to be open to me? And so it's like this deep fear that's coming along with, I can't do that because. There is no because. Like, because doesn't exist. It's like you keep getting this offer. Okay, and this is like an emotional offer. This feels like your heart energy coming through here with this Knight of Cups. Okay, this isn't someone. This is you. This is your heart coming in saying, I have this offer for you, but you're over here in your head stuck. Look, see? Here you are in the center. This is the same person. It looks like the very same person here. You see this? Looks just like him. They look identical. Okay? And so you have this energy. Here you are. This is your heart offering you this fulfilling idea. This something that's very happy, that's very joyful. It could even be romanticized, and you'll live that that romanticized idea, right? Because it's what you want in your soul level. But you're stuck here. Okay, and there's like this energy of being stuck here. Or maybe you guys are moving forward, right? Some of you guys are going to be further along on this journey than others. Some of you guys are going to be starting this journey. And don't fear where you're at on your journey. You're exactly where you're meant to be. No one is in the illusion of being actually further ahead than you, right? Everybody's exactly where they're meant to be. But I digress. Let me get back to this. You guys are finding out that there's this deep imbalance within yourself because you keep showing up to something that makes you feel imprisoned, that makes you feel stuck. And there's a sense of grief that's coming with that. I've lost this part of myself because I keep showing up to this. But now if I let this go, I feel like I'm going to lose who I've become. And so as you guys get into this energy of understanding that letting go of what once was so that you can come into what will be. And embracing that at its finest and its truth and its deepest wisdom that comes with that. You guys will let go of the South Node energy, which is this indecisiveness that's coming through with the Lover here. This imbalance that's happening in your life. This lack of listening to your intuition, to your angels, your guides, to source, whatever it is that you guys have there. This is you guys failing to listen to that, or not failing to listen to that. I should just say blocking it out because this has become my comfort zone. And my comfort zone is not listening to my intuition. But if you guys look at this, you have the Popes, you have the Six of Coins, you have the Knight of Cups. Okay? There's this energy coming through here that once you guys finally make a decision for yourself and realize that what you want in life, whatever it is, if it is helping others, if it is choosing, you guys, maybe you're nurses or you're certified nurses, or maybe you guys, like I keep getting like a hospital or clinic, so you guys could be even in the administrative side of things, right? medical billing. You guys could be, I don't know, whatever. And that might not resonate with a lot of you guys too. You guys could just be in a position that you just can't stand. So again, whatever it is, I'm just saying these are the energies that are coming through right now. But maybe you guys are, so I just heard a postal worker right now. Okay, that was crazy. All right, cool. So like I'm telling you guys, I'm getting like all these different things, but just say whatever your position is, it's just like every day you go in and you die a little bit inside doing this, but it's like what you've done for so long, and it's like I can't give up now. Maybe you have a pension with the business that you're with, or you have retirement that it's like I can't because I'll lose my retirement. It's like you have to look at what your options are, right? Instead of just saying this is exactly how it is, it's like finding out what are my real options here so that I can free myself from something that is making me absolutely miserable. Because when I got it, it looked so fresh and enticing, but in truth, it was something that was old and dusty, and I didn't even want to deal with it in the first place. But by the time I realized it was old and dusty, I was stuck. I was in it to win it at that point, and I didn't want to win it because I did not want to be in it. And that's the energy that's coming through here. And so there's a deep truth that's being revealed to you guys here. Either it has been, or it's coming, or it's here now. And you're realizing that that's what I've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always wanted to be a chiropractor, or maybe you've always wanted to be a race car driver, or maybe you always wanted to be, what is it that Pimp My Rides does? I don't know why that's coming through, but cool, like a car designer, like, or you wanted to be an architect, or you guys wanted to be a ballet dancer, or you guys wanted to be a choir singer, or you guys wanted to be, you know, whatever it is in the band. Maybe you wanted to play in an orchestra, or, you know, like there's so much energy coming through here, guys, but it is so different from what is coming out with here. Like there's all these neat things that you guys want to do, but you're denying yourself because it's like, I just resigned to this life that I have, even though you're absolutely miserable. Your intuition is telling you, hey, you know, this is what you want to make money at. And you know what it is. This is your heart's desire right here. This is what I want. What my heart wants matters. What my soul desires is where I'm meant to go. And you will make money. At first, it may be a struggle. What are your options, right? It's not to say just, oh, jump into it. Let's quit my job today and I'm just going to go and jump into it. No, like make a plan for yourself so you can move forward and get involved in it. Because the minute you tap a toe into this lake, this ocean, let's just call it the ocean because that's really what it is. This is something that's very infinite for you guys. You tap your toe into this and say you spend 5 minutes every day doing what it is you love to do. Showing up to this isn't going to be so rough anymore. And there's going to be a transitional period where you guys transition right into what it is that you want to do. But this definitely feels like wherever you're working at now, or whatever the position is that you're holding now, it feels very... It's like you guys go to prison. It's like you wake up to go to prison every day and then you come home and it's like you can't even enjoy your time at home because this was so wearing on your being. You guys may come home and fall asleep right in your chair. And it doesn't matter what age you are. It's like you come home and as soon as you sit down, you pass out in your chair. Right? Look, guys. Look. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Did you see this? Do you see what just came out? Do you see what happened? Do you see what happened? Yeah, it's letting this come into reality that this is something that's not for you with the house of God. Right? This is God knocking us off our high horse so that you can get up on the horse that's meant for you. Right? Not somebody else's horse or not some idea that you've had. This is like God coming in and saying, look, this is not going to work for you anymore. Source, the universe. Right? But this is Source's hand playing a part. This is like the wisdom of Source coming in and being like, look, ego of the human, you're so outdated. You don't know what you want because you're stuck in this emotional ego or identity that's connected to this idea. And it's just an idea. It's an illusion. And Source comes in and basically says, nope, that's not going to work for you anymore. Knocks it out of place and says, here, and here's my gift to you. This inspiration that's been on your heart for a long time. But it's been hard for you guys to do that because it's like, again, I feel like there's this it's like, why do I feel like you guys are going through an identity crisis right now? Like, this feels like, yeah, this feels like an age crisis. Like, you guys are feeling too old for something. And let me tell you guys, like midlife crisis. That's what I'm like hearing. It's like midlife crisis, identity crisis. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not anywhere where I thought I was going to be. You know, if any of you guys have ever seen Las Vegas, and if you haven't, that's definitely a movie to watch and really just be present with everything that's going on in this movie. At one point in the movie, he turns around and he looks at him. I think it was Calvin Klein's character. I can't remember, but it was one of the characters turns around to Morgan Freeman and he tells him, he's like, I look in the mirror and my eyes don't understand the body that's looking back at me because I still feel like I'm in my 20s, but they're in their 60s and 70s, right? And this is an age crisis that we go through at one point in our lives. I watched this movie so many times when it first came out. I actually went through the crisis. At one point, I was laying down after I watched the movie, and I was curled up in a little ball, crying my eyes out and panicking. I think I had a severe panic attack where I was hyperventilating because I was so afraid to grow old. I was afraid to experience what they were experiencing in that moment. And then my brother passed away. And then the knowledge of understanding that age is a blessing, and age should never be a hindrance on what it is that you do with your life. Because age means wisdom. And you guys have that wisdom, but there's this fear of changing what it is that you want to do. And yet the opportunity is right here. But I don't want to step on toes. That's what I just heard. I don't want to step on toes. I don't want to cause problems with people. I don't want to cause issues. You know what? If people have a problem with what you're doing, they're paying way too much attention to you and not enough attention to themselves. Your stability comes in changing the direction that you're headed. This is misery. This is happiness. This is fulfillment. And your heart already knows that and is offering you a cup of love. But it's up to you guys. I can't. This came out in every pile today in the reverse. There's a fear of healing this part of your aspect because you're part of this part of your aspect, this part of your life, because what if it doesn't give me what I want it to? That's negative thinking, right? That's feeling not good enough. I don't have enough to offer. But the way that you guys bring it, there is nothing new, only different. So what you're offering isn't new. Even if it feels new, it's not new. What the beautiful thing in that is that it's different. It doesn't have to be new. It just has to be you. And that's what this is saying here. It's like, don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about being what everybody else has. Don't worry about being different. Worry about being you. Okay, worry about you being you and showing up as you, doing what you want to do. There is also this sense of reading too far into your finances as well. If you guys are so worried about finances, that's why I'm saying don't just jump the boat willy-nilly here. Like, make sure that you guys have a plan set up for yourself and really follow that plan. Like, if you guys set up a plan, but every paycheck you're struggling, you're still living paycheck to paycheck, then ask yourself, why am I living paycheck to paycheck? Why am I not living within my means? Can you go and see a financial advisor? Can you get set up on a budget? I know, the dreaded B word. Oh, Lord, she used it. She brought it up. But again, it's setting yourselves up for success and following a plan to get to where you want to go. Yeah, because right now, despite the fact that you guys are super intuitive, you guys have a good head on your shoulders, you guys are capable of seeing things with other people, you feel so defeated right now. You feel like nothing is going to come through for you guys, and that's not the truth. It's up to you guys to make a change in your life. Right? And the Chariot, when it's in the upright, is all about spiritual victory, spiritual success, spiritual fulfillment. And making a choice to do that for yourself. It's not following what everybody else wants you to do. It's following which fork in the road belongs to you. And we have the Two of Coins reversed here. You're good at balancing multiple things. That's what this is telling you. You're so good at balancing multiple things at once. right now you need to use your talents to balance work, where you're working at, and what you want to do. And why does this have to do with your career? Because what you guys want to do is something you can make a career out of. Yeah. But right now, it's like you guys are doing what someone else wants you to do, or you're doing what you think is expected of you, or you're doing what you feel is like right for you because somebody else put it into your mind, but it's not fulfilling you. You have something else that's going to fulfill you. And so right now, it's about balancing the situation, right? You have to make a plan for yourself. For success, you have a new opportunity coming, but it means that it's going to rock your world. This new opportunity that's coming is going to rock your world. And even if this is you guys not changing your position, this could be you guys are changing your jobs. This could be you guys changing position. It's going to rock your world, and it's going to make you feel so unstable as you move forward. And that's part of this process. You guys are going to learn how to take care of multiple things all at once. But where you're at currently, there's a lot of misery coming through, and it's like if you don't make motion to move forward, it's not just going to fall into your lap. Like, that's what Source is really putting through here. It's like you want something new. You obviously want better in your career, which the dice have pointed out here. If you want something better than where you're at in your career, then what can you do to make a forward motion in your own life? Yeah, we have lightning, power on the bottom. This talks about dualities, right? Without lightning, there is no thunder. Knowing that without this hardship, right, the South Node, without South Node and the hardships that we experience on life, we would never know what it is to enjoy the sweet things in life. So there's this struggle for purpose. The struggle has come for purpose because this is lightning. This is what you see. What's next to come is the thunder, and that's what you hear. It's the roar. It's the thing that scares people. And that's what the North Node is. It's a thing that scares people. It's a thing that scares the people you're closest to. It scares you because it's uncomfortable. It's different from what everybody thinks you should be doing. Look, and underneath that, when I put it down, it had rainbows blessing underneath it. You have blessings coming, but it's accepting the light and the dark aspect of yourself and understanding that I'm going through this suffering. I'm going through these hardships for purpose. And when I embrace these hardships, then I'll be able to embrace the good times as well. And it's not easy, okay? It's simple. All of things that we do on our journey, they'll always be simple, but that never makes them easy, okay? And that's something that we need to embrace more. It's understanding that I'll take the path less traveled, knowing that it's easy, but that it too can be difficult. Look, reciprocity. We have the 6 of coins coming out, and that's all about equal give and take. We have the 6, honeybee, reciprocity. Wherever you're at right now, you're either overworked and underpaid, you're underappreciated, undervalued, underestimated, whatever it is, you're under something. But you guys making a motion in your life and deciding what works for you, what it is that you want, and not being afraid of that brings you into this place of equal give and take. The reciprocity that you're looking for in life. But with him having a beard, that's again bringing me back to this idea. It is going to take time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but it took you time to get to where you're at right here in this position that feels like an imprisonment. It took you time to get here. So are you willing to put the equal amount of time that you put into this, into doing what you want to do? What's bringing you joy, stability, reliability here, right? Like, you guys have an opportunity. The opportunity is here, especially with the Ace of Wands over here on the bottom of the deck. I wasn't intending for these readings to go so long, but you know what? Sometimes Source has other plans, so cool. We have a conjunction here, a union, a merging, a coming together. And that's exactly what I saw here at the beginning of your reading. It's when you let go of this fear, that's this imbalance within your life, you guys come into this it's actually going to move forward rather quickly. It's going to feel really easy. It's going to all come together. What was I saying? Sometimes things have to fall apart to fall together. And that's that coming together, that merging, right? The union. You think of a puzzle piece. When you put two puzzle pieces together, you're uniting them. It's a union, right? It's merging. That's coming together to make a whole, a new whole. But sometimes when the puzzle was made, when the image, so say this is the image of a puzzle, maybe when it was made, it was whole, but then they cut it and they had to break it apart so that it actually became something of entertainment, right? And that's a weird way to look at life, but I promise you it will help. It's just part of the all of the journey is part of it's for our entertainment. But sometimes we get so caught up in the feeling of loss and grief and upset and hurt and pain. Right? You have 12th house and then you have the 13 card coming under here. And this is talking about grief, overcoming loss and grief. And the 12th house also talks about overcoming loss and grief. So this has made you grieve a lot of life, a sense of yourself. Like I kept feeling that from the beginning, a loss of self. But it's like, it's all for the journey. You're losing a sense of self so you can gain who you really are. Meadow, vulnerability. This is hard for you guys to let yourselves be vulnerable. And understanding that this is actually your greatest power is letting yourselves be vulnerable and choose you for once. Right? Choose you and let your heart be on your sleeve. Even if it's scary. It's like you guys will find that that is the most empowering thing that you can do for yourself. Look at this. Number 4, wisdom, owl. You guys know exactly what this is. And with the 4 coming out here, we're talking about bringing stability. This is also a message from source. You know, spirit, the owl spirit is a spirit that travels between the realm of the dead and the realm of the living, bringing us messages. So this could be an ancestral message coming through, especially with the 13 card here. But this is also saying, for me, a spiritual message from source. This is coming from the creator or your guides or your spirit team or whatever it is that you guys follow. It's like it's coming from the ethers, right? From what's unseen. And that's exactly what the owls portray to. It's like bringing messages from the unseen here. And this is deep wisdom coming through for you guys. And finding the purest part of your soul with all this white on this owl and the gold. It's like reconnecting with your pure divine essence. And then we have yin energy, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. What was I saying? You guys are super intuitive. We have that coming out again. Trusting that this is going to take time, being patient, which I was just talking about with this card here. Right? Being patient on this and letting your spiritual journey guide you so that you can receive what's meant to be yours. This is something that's very spiritual coming to you guys. It doesn't mean that the action is going to be spiritual or what comes from it is going to be spiritual. It could be very real and very centered here in this material world. But this act of you guys receiving a gift, this is a very spiritual act. This is from your intuition, your higher self. This is from source. This is from your angel, your guides, your ancestors, whoever it is. My apologies for shaking the camera there. I got so excited I hit it. There we go. We have Taurian energy, Cancer, again, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Piscean energy. And the 12th house is Pisces energy. Okay, so again, this is just embracing that part of yourself to let yourself receive. These are all very feminine natures here. This inner wisdom, hidden knowledge with the owl, vulnerability, and yin energy. These are all very feminine, and it's like embracing that feminine side of yourself, especially with Cancerian energy here. Let's find out what your card is. I'm going to read this to you guys as well. Look, we have conscious connection, number 35. And it's interesting. I know this is talking about conscious connections. Also Pisces, some of you guys may be Pisces or have Pisces highly aspect in your chart because of the koi fish here on this card. But also, I always feel like this is a mirroring. Like, I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking away from myself in both images here. But I'm missing the most important thing is that I'm the mirror. I'm the one that matters. It's what's going on in my life. It's not to be selfish. It's to take yourself out of this idea of constantly putting others first and remembering that putting yourself first is not a bad thing. Okay, so let's read this one. Let's find out why this matters to you guys' reading. So 35, and that's 8, right? We're talking about karmic connections, karmic cycles. So we have, there is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for a heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship if you're willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Again, that united, right? Like that union. It's like things falling apart. So maybe you guys took this because someone broke your heart and you had to take this position in order to just fulfill a certain necessary need at the moment, right? If you're willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you, sometimes it is hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, whilst another may prefer to live it more vicariously until they have the confidence to step onto the center stage of their own life. We are not here to judge each other, just to love, to be loved, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections in your life. If you have asked to experience a more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, rather than at odds with or against you, then this oracle is confirmation that this manifestation is on its way to you now. It may or may not be obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. That may be what this gift is. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. If you've asked for healing in your current friendships or other immediate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings and allow the situation to either fall apart, which we got the house of God here. So this could be just talking about a connection in your life that's keeping you stuck in your career. To fall apart or to come together according to the greater workings of life. Sometimes webs that have joined people together are broken, and this is appropriate as people may outgrow what once held them together. Sometimes the ties that bind us together are so strong that they are able to withstand a great deal of pressure and still remain intact. The webs of the connection between us will sever or sustain based on the higher wisdom of life itself. Either way, healing happens in the resolution of our feelings, and we are once again able to feel free, forgive, and be ready to move on to the next stage of relating either with a person who has been in connection with us for a time or with someone new. This oracle asks you to remain open to healing connections and to allow people to be close to you. Trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life. Resist nothing and seek wisdom in all. And didn't I say at one point that like you guys feel super alone? Like it's like even though you're working with people, you feel very alone. It's like that's what I feel like this is referring to again. It's like you feel super alone, but it's like right now it's like instead of trying to control it by staying in a situation that's making you miserable. Okay, we are talking about careers. This could very well be for some of you guys a relationship as well, especially with this card. But again, if you guys are maybe staying in a career because there's a friend that's working there and you're hoping that things are going to work out for you, now's the time to just stay how you feel about this and then let things happen the way that they're meant to happen and not get stuck in this whole back and forth drama that may be going on. And let yourself be inspired to either move on to what you guys want in life, or if this is just about your position, it's saying to really allow yourself to see how you can set up a plan for yourself to move forward in the best way possible for yourself. You're not ever stuck. Being stuck is an illusion. It doesn't mean that it's less real, right? Illusions are very real. They feel very real. They're very tangible. They're very much in the forefront of our mind at any one given moment. Okay, and that's not to say that it's not less real. It is very real. But an illusion, at the end of the day, when you're ready to face it and you're willing to heal from that, you realize it was you that was standing in your way all along. And if you were just ready to face that at that time, that you would have been able to see the illusion for what it was. And sometimes we're not ready to, and that's okay. That's just a part of the journey, guys. It's all when you're ready to. It's all when you're ready to stand on your terms and do life on your terms in your way. Right? That's all it comes down to. And sometimes we're just not ready to take that leap just yet. So conscious connections, this is also saying to connect with people around you at this time who are on similar journeys as you. And that way you guys will have a support system put in place for whatever it is that you do next. People who will see your inspirations and help support you to gain those inspirations in your life. Okay? this is what I have for you, pile 3. I hope that it resonates. I am sending you guys out this big energetic hug. I love you so much. If it did resonate, hit that thumbs up button down below. But I am going to leave it there and get on out of here. Until next time, guys, stay human. Bye.